Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have DJI Mini 2. I'm not gonna do unpacking of it because it's already unpacked. I bought it used. I'm just gonna go through it and tell you what I think about it. Uh, Before I show you the drone, before I show you the remote, I just want to take a few moments and tell you why I got this drone, what my first impressions are of this drone, and I really hope it works because first of all, I only have one battery, and because I bought it used, I haven't been able to test it properly at the post office. So hopefully it works. It's actually on the charger right now. So here is my first impression and why I got this drone. The main reason I got this drone is because I'm purchasing drones for Ukrainian army. Some of them, some of you guys gave money for, and I'm gonna send several of these Mavic 2s to the Ukrainian army because of the weight. That's deciding factor of the size, of how quiet it is, because when you fly it, you're not going to be able to hear it from like 200 meters away. So it's going to be very stealthy for the guys who are doing recon. And transmission range, several kilometers. That's all they need, but that's going to be very good. And flight time. So give or take 25-27 minutes, also a very, very good feature. Personally, this goes out to DJI. I hate what you've done with your drones in regards to software. I hate DJI Fly app, and I'm not even joking. Like, I think I've went through 5 Mavic Minis now. I get it. I'm like, sell it. Get it. Still hate the app. Sell it. Get it. Still hate the app. Sell it. DJI, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, create an app. I don't care if you have to purchase it, because I don't want to buy Lychee. I don't like Lychee that much. Create a very good app. You can make it a paid app for professionals. You can make it a paid app for professionals that have a Part 107 license or any other license by an accredited institution in other countries. But do create such an app where A, you will not have altitude limits. B, you will not have you will not have no-fly zones. Follow hotel, made for professionals, no-fly zones, because every professional flies responsibly, and we are aware of our surroundings. We do not break laws. So that's 2, no-fly zones. 3, what was my number 3? Damn, I forgot. There was something very important I wanted to share. But yeah, altitude limit, no-fly zones, very important. Hopefully that can be removed for professionals. But again, certain things, like if I would sit down and create an app, it would be totally... I loved DJI Go 4. That was like the perfect app. Then you had to go and make DJI Fly app. I understand it's for noobs, for newbies. Can you please make an app for professionals with better manual camera settings, with just more control, with the ability to not force land the drone? Because a professional may find himself in a situation where he will run that battery down to 0, and he's not gonna care if that drone falls out of the sky, because there's not gonna be anybody below him. So he will sacrifice the drone for the necessary work. I understand that you have the Mavic 2 Enterprise. I understand that you have other professional drones, but right now I'm in Ukraine. If I would be able to have a pro app for this drone, it would make life so much simpler. So make an app for professionals. You can make an app specifically for government entities. but you need to provide more control to the users. And I'm not alone in this. Every single professional who uses DJI products will tell you, we need more control of our drones. We are responsible professionals. It doesn't matter if we're shooting video, if we're flying to do inspections, doesn't matter. We need to have more control. So the automatic return home doesn't kick in when we don't need it to. But so think about it. It's very important. So now on to the review of the drone, of the remote, of the specs of the drone. Enjoy, guys. Okay, so let's check out the box, because this is the box that Mini 2 comes in. It's fairly small. It's not large. And that's why most people get it. It's ultralight, it's 249 grams, which means you don't have to register it in most countries, but now in most countries, even if it's sub 250 grams, you still have to have it registered. In the United States, I believe you still don't. I'm not in US right now, so I'm not up on current laws and regulations. When I come back, I'll have to take my Part 107 license, so I'll have to study for that. But long story short, just register your freaking drones. If your country of residence or the country you're gonna fly in requires you to register your drone, just register your freaking drone. It takes like 5 minutes and $5. Just do it. So let's give you the most important information on the box right now. 31 minutes max flight. We already know that. It's okay. You're not gonna see 31 minutes. You'll probably see about 26, 27 minutes. 10 kilometers AccuSync range. That's fantastic. That's the only reason I got this drone, is because of the range and because of how small it is, because it's going to be used for recon by Ukrainian army. And this drone, I can't test it right now, although I did stop by the local commander and I told him, like, I'm going to be flying my drone today. So I don't want guys with AKs coming to my door like they did last time. But anyway, 3-axis gimbal, plus, minus, I can't say, but a good thing to have. 4K video, man, I gotta stop hitting this. 4K video, also good thing to have. Well, then you have your basic panorama, quick shot, and one-tap videos. So, what comes in the box? I'm not gonna show you everything because I have everything out already, but I'll just tell you. I bought it used. I didn't buy it new because in Ukraine, it's the price difference between buying buying a DJI drone used. Let's talk about Mini 2 right now. A Mini 2 that's brand new, if I can find it, which actually right now I probably can, is gonna cost me 19,000 hryvnias, which is about $600 to $650. Something like that. I bought this one for 14,000 hryvnias. So 5,000 less, that's about 25 to 30% less from retail price. I don't know how many cycles the battery has on it yet. I will check that and tell you in the next video when I'm gonna do the first flight. But in any case, you get the drone, you get the remote, you get the battery, you get the cables, screwdriver, extra set of sticks, set of propellers, left and right, or A and B, and the manuals. So actually I got more because I bought it used. The guy also had the bag for it, so I got the bag. So that's what's in the box. I'm not gonna do the unboxing. The easiest way to tell if you just see the drone Mini 2, there are 4 ways to tell just from the look of it. First, it says Mini 2 on it, but this can be removed. But nevertheless, it says Mini 2 on it. Then it has this little LED light in the front. That's number 2. Mini 1 does not have that. It has orange propellers. Mini 1 doesn't have the orange ones. And it says 4K right in the camera. Mini 1 does not. So that's how you know you have a Mini 2. Okay, believe it or not, from time to time I do like to read the specs on the drone. So these are the specs on the Mini 2, and I'll show you the most important information you need to know. You need to know the max ascent speed, and preferably in sport mode, up to 5 meters a second. So probably going to be around 4 meters a second. Max descent speed is actually less, so it's going to be probably 3 meters a second. And maximum speed in sport mode is 16 meters a second. That's very important because it theoretically means that you'll be able to fight the winds of up to, I know here it says 10 meters a second, probably up to 12 meters a second you'll be fine with. Max service ceiling above sea level, 4,000 meters. You shouldn't fly it higher than 4,000 meters, but maybe somebody will go to the mountains and decide to take some panoramic pictures. Who knows? So max flight time is 31 minutes. 31 minutes if you're flying at 4.7 meters a second in windless conditions. So let's see. Max speed, where's the max speed? So max speed in cine mode is 6 meters a second. So somebody please explain to me how a person can fly steadily for 31 minutes at 4.7 meters a second. I don't think there's a way to even set that in the menu. So max tilt angle, that's not necessary. Max angular velocity by default, also not necessary. Operating temperature from 0 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. So do not freeze your drone. And here's where it gets interesting. Transmission power. So transmission power, we have FCC versions, we have CE versions, we have SRRC versions. So we have Europe, I think it's Europe, Americas, and China, I believe, I'm not sure. So there are different versions. The version I have is GL, global, but as I look on the tag, I do see it's a FCC version. So there will be a difference. The main difference is in the distance because it does state different power maxes for the transmission. So it will be max possible distance a drone can travel from the remote. So let's see, camera not important, ISO not important, shutter speed also not important, max image size, you don't need any of this stuff. Zoom range, that's important, and I'll show you when I show the remote how to use the zoom range. But if you're going to be shooting 4K, you do have a 2 times zoom. 2.7K, 3 times zoom, and Full HD up to 4 times zoom. So this is actually digital zoom, I believe. So yeah, it's a good thing that's available. Next thing, quick shot mode. You have drone, helix, rocket, circle, and boomerang. I don't think there's an active track on the Mini 2, which is unfortunate, considering that Mini 2 came out after Mini 1, and Mini 1 came out after DJI Spark, which it was supposed to replace. I ordered a few DJI Sparks, so we're going to review that as well. And it's going to be very interesting to see because DJI Spark does have active track. And here we have max transmission distance based on the version you have without any hacks. And honestly, on the new DJI drones, it's a little bit more difficult to hack them, especially the ones that use DJI Fly app. So FCC one, up to 10 kilometers range. You're not going to fly that far, but it is good to have a strong signal. CE version 6 kilometers, SRC 6 kilometers, and MIC 6 kilometers. So of course, it's always good to have FCC version. Here's the reason why. They give you this little description, signal transmission range. So in a place where there's a strong interference, so urban landscape, limited line of sight, many competing signals. your max distance is approximately 3 kilometers. I just watched a video of somebody went, I think, like 1.5 kilometers in strong interference environment, so in the center of the city. Medium interference, so suburban, approximately 6 kilometers max distance range. You're gonna run out of battery before you run out of range. And low interference, so basically over water, landscape, up to 10 kilometers. Here's another interesting thing. Operating temperature. Right above it said from 0 to 40 degrees. Now they changed their mind. It's from -10 to 40 degrees. So which one to believe? So here it says operating temperature -10. And here it says, I think it's all the way at the top. Where is it? Where is it? Operating temperature 0 to 40. Isn't it funny? In the same description. And that's it. Battery capacity, yada yada yada. You don't need any of this stuff. Live view quality 720p at 30 frames per second. You can broadcast that thing to YouTube and to Facebook and to custom settings. Always good to have. And that's it. That's all you need to know. Let us take 5 minutes and talk about this remote. I will tell you why, because I hated this remote from the moment I saw it. So right now I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you everything that I don't like about it. Yeah, because there's not really anything that I do like about it. So first thing I do not like about it is this. The way sticks are hidden. I know there's probably no way you can accidentally lose them, but the previous remotes, this is what I don't like about them. They're not very easy to pull out unless you have nails, which I don't. So that's what I don't like about these sticks. They're a pain sometimes. Next, what I don't like about it. It's bulky. It's heavy. It's actually bigger and heavier than the drone itself, and it's bulky. It's not very comfortable design. It's a lot of wasted real estate right here. A lot of wasted. You could actually put these buttons on the bottom and do a basic screen or like vertical screen with basic information that will help you save your drone probably in the future. So what do you have as far as controls? They removed this from the side where it was, well, to be completely honest with you, here it's probably easier to reach than on the side. So like you're flying and you're like, oh, I want to switch to cine mode, boom. Oh, I want to switch to sport mode, boom. So it's actually easier to reach somewhere in the middle where you can reach with your thumb. Then you have the pause button and the return home button. So if you press it once, it will pause. If you press and hold for 2 seconds, it will return home. Then you have the function button. I think it's custom if you press it once, and if you press and hold, then you can use the wheel to zoom in and zoom out. Otherwise, the wheel is gimbal up, gimbal down. This button, something new. It's switching between modes. I didn't even see it right away. I'm like, what's that button? Oh, it's switching between modes. So you have picture mode. If you press it, it goes into video recording mode. So again, under the thumb, very convenient. So that actually may be a good thing about this remote, but a lot of wasted real estate, a lot. Like this is a lot of wasted real estate. Antenna no longer folds on the back, although that could be a better choice to have it fold on the back. But again, make this remote smaller and have the phone on the bottom. But I don't know. I'm not a designer for DJI. They did not. I don't work for DJI. I would probably not mind working for DJI, but yeah. So from a pilot to whoever designs this remote, hate this crap right here. I hate it with a passion. I'll tell you why. First of all, I'm not gonna use this phone because I never fly it with this one. This phone right here, my iPhone, I have it in the case, in a soft case. So as soon as I put it in this way, my volume went all the way up. Yeah, it pushes the button. I know you designed that groove in there right here to sort of allow for that, allow for buttons to be hidden. Yeah, did not work when the case is on, because this thing puts pressure on the case and then the case itself pushes onto the button. So either I have to take my phone out of the case every time I want to fly my drone, or you guys have to fix this remote. So photo record antenna, I don't like antenna. I don't like that it's designed for a phone, because I usually fly my DJI drone, well, I fly all my drones with a tablet. You have to buy an adapter. Adapters are stupid for this antenna, so you could have made it better. Love the old remote design, Mini 4 that I use, iPad Mini 4. It sticks right into the remote without any adjusters, any extra holders, anything. Here I can only fly with my phone currently, so I'll have to look into adapters. Hate this, that the plug-in cable is actually hidden here, and it's short most of the time. You could have made it, if you would have made it a little bit longer, maybe like an inch longer, I wouldn't have that much of a problem with it, but it's short. So for me, I like to plug it in from this side. Yeah, it doesn't work with my phone that great. So, I mean, if I do this, if I unplug it, which is a pain within itself, because it's not very convenient to have it in there, especially for somebody with thick fingers. I mean, honestly, I would smack somebody outside the head for doing this. So if I do this, yeah, I can plug the phone in here, no problem. Like this, or even like this. But on the other side, I have to flip it here. Again, pain in behind. Even like the way you hide it. Oh, come on. You see what I'm talking about? This is how inconvenient this thing is. Stop having retards design your remotes. Have pilots, actual DJI hardened pilots design your remotes. This remote I hate. But you work with what you got. So that's the remote in a jiffy. So while the drone is charging, I'll record this part actually, because I don't want to take it off the charger. So first impressions, it's very tiny. It's actually the size, like if you take this is from my Note 8. My phone is larger than the drone. So the drone is tiny. The drone is light. There's not much to say about it. It has a 4K camera. It has only sensors on the bottom. It doesn't have sensors on the front, because those are just... Oh no, I just saw that. There's a crack. He did crash it, that bastard. Well, I hope it flies without any problems. It has the LED light. And that's pretty much the drone. It's a very tiny LED light, memory card, USB-C, and the battery. Nothing more to tell. It's not that much different from a Mini 1. So right now it's gonna be fully charged here in a few moments, and I'm gonna do the next video and I'm gonna fly it. So basically, to answer the question of the video, is a Mini 2 a good drone? Yeah, it's a good drone, but with a little bit of effort from DJI, they wouldn't even have to put out a Mini 3 just by twitching the software, twitching the drone a little bit, they could make it so much better without really reinventing the drone. So currently as it is, the drone does kind of suck, only because it could be so much more.